coming back next year? Do you want to come back next year?
Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, obviously, I love it here and everything else, and I think we have a great football team. Obviously, it didn't go in the way we wanted it to, and I think there's a lot more to do. And I said to you guys before, I always just trust God in the process and all that.
I know you had that interview earlier in the season before the Thursday night game where you talked about wanting to play at least 5 more years.
Yeah.
Is that the priority to get the longest term deal possible, or is it the best deal?
That's always been my plan, is to play as long as possible. I've said that since I was a rookie. That's always been my kind of thought process. I feel great physically, mentally, emotionally. If you want to play 20 plus years, you got to love it. And I love the process. I love the mentality, and I love competing with my teammates. So that's always been the plan. And so, I just trust the process and trust, that we'll have those conversations when the time comes.
Russ, how would you assess how you played this year?
I thought I played well. I thought that there's moments I wish I, played a little bit better. I feel like I had 2 kind of plays that I wish I had back, to be honest with you. The one in Kansas City and the one in the Ravens game, just kind of put the ball inside. Other than that, those 2 plays in particular, I competed and I tried to give my all. Obviously, felt like we didn't play good enough, when we needed to as a team, but I think that I hated missing games. I hated missing those first 6 games. I don't really miss games like that, and that kind of was just disappointing. But I love how guys made plays. I love the teammates. I love just seeing how George made plays, how Calvin really became a big person for us in the season. I thought guys like Pat and all that, and I thought just from a leadership standpoint, I gave my all every day. And I think that's the best thing you can always try to give.
Russ, you've been on playoff winning teams, Super Bowl winning teams. Mm-hmm. What is this team missing?
I think missing is the wrong word. I just think that we got to recalibrate and get sharper on a couple things here and there, and continue to grow, continue to evolve. I think we're young, especially on offense. We'll continue to grow and all that. But I think that. I just think that we weren't able to finish, and we obviously didn't start good enough in games. I think that always helps us when you get ahead a little bit early. So we got to figure that part out.
So when you say that's the plan to come back, have you expressed that to the Steelers, and have they kind of reciprocated that to you?
I think they've known that I've always wanted to be here and play here, but there's also a process. We haven't had those meetings yet. So that we'll have those, and we'll go from there.
What about the situation here makes you want to come back?
I just love the guys. I love the locker room. I love Coach Tomlin. I love who he is. I think that, obviously this place is a place that I think can win a lot and all that stuff too. And I think we have a championship caliber football team. Like I said, it didn't go the way we wanted to this year. But I love playing football. I love playing the game. And if it works out that way, then I'll be excited to do that and put the black and gold on again.
Where do you find the most untapped potential in this offense, and what you guys need to do that you think you really could do next season if you return?
I think explosive plays is always huge. I think we had a lot of good ones down the field. We had some huge chunks down the field, plays, passes, guys caught, make great plays. I think just finding explosive plays earlier in the game too. I think it's always key. You're always looking for those, 7 to 10 explosive plays a game, whether it's through the running game, pass game. I think those always help. And then I just think continue to mature. I think we're a team that's growing every day.
Two more. What was that, Russ? The slow starting stuff, because you guys are a pretty good team, especially when you're really cooking there at 10-3, coming out of the locker room at halftime. Like, you're good at quick adjustments. What were the issues leading into games?
Yeah, I think you look at the last game, the playoff game. Obviously, I thought how we were super aggressive and guys making plays and all that stuff in the second half. We did a really good job of that. We didn't waver in our mentality. I thought that we didn't give in, and a lot of people do, to be honest with you. I don't think we did. I thought that we made plays when throughout that game. I'm just thinking about the 98-yard drive that we had, backed up, and Calvin making the play over the middle, and guys making big plays, Van scoring his touch, and then coming back, I think GP scoring, and just that's a testament of who we are. I think that at the end of the day, though, it's how do we execute early, and all that, and I think that we went, 17, 18 games without doing that. So I think that's something that, and moving forward, that you always want to be able to do. And it doesn't define the game. It doesn't, but it also definitely helps the game. I got one more quick question. I got to go.
Russ, you said 2 plays you wanted back. We talked about the pick 6 and ball.
Yeah, you never want to. But, it's part of the National Football League. You play and you go after it. And, but I think also, too, there's a lot of plays that we did make that were huge. You know, I think that some of the balls down the field, some of the, you know, I just think that we had some really great explosive plays throughout the season, and just love the guys that we have and how we compete.